So when we talk about numbers in music, it's just a matter of knowing the major scale for whatever key or chord you're talking about. And there's two ways that we name things in numbers. One is with Roman numerals when we're naming chords. For example, the 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord. So let's go to C. That's probably the easiest to demonstrate in. We know the C major scale is just the white notes, right? From C to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the octave. We don't usually say 8 because it's the same as 1. So we've got 7 unique notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So the 1 chord, if we say we're going to play a blues in the key of C, the 1 chord would be C, since that's the first note in the C major scale. The 4 chord, we're going to count up 4. 1, so you always start with 1, with this root. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4 chord. The 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is G. Let's pick a different key, just so we can make sure we know what we're talking about. Let's say we're in the key of F. The blues in F, okay? So we know the F major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 1 chord is going to be F, of course. The 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's B flat. That's our 4 chord. The 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C. So in F, the 1 chord is F, 4 chord is B flat, 5 chord is C. Okay. The other way we talk about numbers is when we're naming a chord itself. We're describing which notes we want to play. So, for example, C6. We've got C chord. And then what is the 6th degree of the C major scale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's A. So there's my C chord. I'm going to add A. Now I've got a C6. Simple. Okay, now you can invert it, you can play it however you want, as long as it's got the 6th in there. I usually play C6 with the C on top. So that means I take this C, put it on top, have to rearrange your fingers, but you're playing all the same notes. E, G, A, C. C6. C7. Let's start with C major 7. So we've got our C chord. Now what is the 7th degree of the scale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another shortcut would be, here's 8. It's the octave. 8, oct, octagon, 8 sides, octave, 8 notes. Okay. So we go from 8 down to 7. Now this is C major 7, because this 7 comes from the major scale. In blues, we don't play the major 7, we play the flat 7. So we're going to flat that. So now our C7 is going to be like this. Whenever you say C7 without any sort of adjective before it, major, minor, whatever, if you just say C7, you're talking about a C major chord with a flat 7. That's also known as C dominant 7. Okay? For the 9, let's count up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So C9 means that you play the 7, and then on top of it, you play the 9. Notice how the 9 is the same note as the 2nd. Anytime you name things above 8, it means that you're playing the 7th, and it's usually the flat 7. So in order to say play C9, I'm going to have to play my C7 and put the 9 on top. Okay, now that's too much for one hand, so I put the C in the left hand. Now I've got 3, 5, 7, or flat 7 rather, 9. There's my C9. For C13, that's another one you might encounter. Count up 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's A. That is the same as the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they call it 13 because we're going to play the flat 7th. So you usually want to have the 3rd in your chord. So now we've got flat 7, 3, 13. Okay, there's the C13. Hope this helps clear some things up.